Welcome back, guys. How you guys doing today? Well, you might see who's missing today. So sorry, Derek's not here. He has some personal, not personal, but school stuff to do. He won't be able to do it for this one, but he won't really be interested in this one. He's not really a big basketball guy. So me and Chris,
Oh, me. Oh, Chris. Yeah.
Chris,
Yeah.
are gonna be talking today about the Lakers and how they've been having a wonderful season. Do you think you agree?
Yeah, I agree. They've been having a wonderful season.
Yeah. If you don't get it, it's sarcasm. Um, yeah, we're also be talking about LeBron James and his son. Him reporting that he wants to stay in the league until he plays with his son and Bronny gets into the league. So we're gonna be getting into that. So Chris,
Yes.
how about them Lakers? How do you feel about them Lakers?
uh, there's really nothing to say. Well, there's a lot to say right now because of how they're doing, but they've been horrible. There's nothing much really to say, but they've been horrible. They don't have a lot of team chemistry. They've been losing a lot of games. They're always down by a lot of points. Like today, right now, they were down by against New Orleans Pelicans. That they were down by almost 30 points right now. That when I was watching it on my phone, and I got a Bleacher Report also saying that they were shooting 37% with 21 turnovers heading into the fourth quarter. It's just right now it's just been downhill for the Lakers. They can't really move the ball. Their shooting has not been, decent because I believe they're below average right now on shooting the ball and the shooting percentage. Yeah, they've just been horrible. Like I said, they have no team chemistry. They're losing a lot of games, a lot of close games that they should be winning. Uh, you know, Defensively, they have not been a good defensive team. Offensively, they haven't been able to produce either on going down the court and scoring or anything. They forced threes like that game against the Clippers. The last game against the Clippers, they forced that three. They had a whole mess of time. What 18, 17 seconds for 17 seconds to shoot the ball, and Carmelo shoots a three and like barely hits the rim. Yeah, basically, it's just been horrible to watch. Like me and Sam, like we try to watch a game, we turn it on, and then next thing you know, it's just they're down by like 5 points. Next thing you know, they're down by 15, and we're just like we don't even want to watch it anymore. It's just horrible to watch.
No, yeah, dude, you know how it is. We're big time Laker fans. It's Laker Nation. If you're born in LA, you got to be a Laker fan. Unless you're a Clipper fan. I don't know. I
I
don't
don't
know
know
what
what
to
do I
tell.
say about
I don't know what to
that.
tell you, but here I'll give you some paper stats right now. So for points leading, so LeBron is leading in four categories on this team. He's leading in points with 28.9. He's leading in rebounds with 8. He's leading with steals in 1.6. He's leading with blocks with 1, and the only person that's not holding a category is assists. So it's Russell Westbrook, surprisingly, with 7.4. And they're gonna be 27 and 33 after they lose because I don't know how they're gonna come back from that big of a deficit. They're ninth in the Western Conference, so that means right now they'll be in playoff contention. They'll be in a play-in game, and then they're fourth in the Pacific Division. So that's kind of horrible, and that's not what you expect with the team with Carmelo Anthony, Trevor Ariza, Ken Bazemore, Avery Bradley, Anthony Davis, Wayne Ellington,
Russell Westbrook,
DeAndre Jordan,
There
Malik
you go.
Monk,
Malik Monk.
Austin Reeves,
Yeah.
Dwight.
Dwight. Yeah, exactly.
You
Thinking
know,
that we were gonna have a good defensive team, but like honestly, like they can't even play defense. You know, there's just it's. I think they're just too old at this point, and then injuries kill them. Like the same thing with Anthony Davis has not yet to complete a whole season with the Lakers due to injury. I get it. Injuries are a big thing. Like in in um in sports and everything. But the fact that AD always goes down at the beginning of the year, always out for what 6 to 8 weeks, and the next year he comes back and he gets hurt again. it's like he's just injury prone, and it's just like, dude, like thinking we're gonna have like another successful season with all these players, and we're not getting what we thought or what we were hoping for.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we're as Laker fans, you expect a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
As Laker fans, you expect a lot, and when you see this team on paper, if you give this to any other person right now, and you look at this team, you think on paper, you think they win every game.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I know there's the Phoenix Suns out there, and there's the
Golden State Warriors,
and now the Philadelphia 76ers. I understand all those, but
having basically what you could call at the beginning of a year a complete team, with everything that they had: shooters, they had playmakers, they had people who could play defense, including like Dwight Howard and Anthony Davis, one of the best shot blocking players in the game. And where has that been this whole season?
Yeah, no.
Like, we have not been able to see that this whole entire season due to injuries. I feel like it's just like a lack of effort from like the team. Like, it's just
no, yeah, I totally agree. Anthony Davis is just another one. I love how Melo's playing. I hope if we get our shit together, I hope he can sign back for another year. Malik Monk, we need to keep. Austin Reeves, we need to keep. We can't let Austin Reeves go away like Caruso.
Yeah.
I know Caruso's hurt right now with the fractured, I think it's fractured wrist. But Caruso was a big part of it, and
especially coming off the bench.
Yeah, exactly. And our bench is just like non-existent.
Yeah.
Like we signed all these players on the offseason,
and we're still relying on LeBron James to do everything.
Yeah, and he's leading in 4 categories. He's leading in points, rebounds, steals, and blocks for a reason.
Yeah, exactly.
I know LeBron James can only do so much in this time of his
career.
And it sucks for LeBron. Everyone expects him to do good, because I think we'll still probably make it to the playoffs. We'll probably be in the playoffs.
I think we'll be in like the 8th spot, if anything.
Yeah, but then we have to face either like
Golden State or Phoenix. Yeah.
So that's gonna only be the bad part. We'll just be embarrassed again. But you never know.
You never know.
Anthony Davis could get healthy. Everyone starts getting on a roll, on a perfect time towards the end of the season.
Yeah.
And all we can do is hope for the best for them. And I hope Russell Westbrook wakes up. They signed him for a reason. They traded for him. They traded all those people for a reason.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So the next segment, we're talking about LeBron James. We're talking about his recent interview where he said that he wants to stay in the league till Bronny gets into the league.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be a while, because he's only
a junior, I believe, in high school.
Junior in high school, so that means
he still has senior year.
5 years.
No, his senior year, and then he could play 1 year in college, and then he could go into the draft.
So yeah. So what do you think about that? Do you think he should play all 2 years or 4 years in college, or should he just hop into the league like everybody wants him
to? Honestly, I was talking about this with my uncles, and they gave me this topic to talk about. Basically, I hope that Bronny honestly makes his own decision and stays in college at least for 2 years, because right now I feel like he's being forced, and all the talk right now is about Bronny. Him wanting to play with his dad in the pros and stuff, and LeBron over here saying that he's gonna wait for him, and wherever he goes, he's gonna sign. It's not about the money, he just wants to play with his son. But I feel like it's just gonna mess up Bronny's career, and I feel like he should probably we don't want him to get hurt or anything, but you never know. With injuries, because Bronny at the same time was dealing with injuries right now in high school, and you don't want him to be rushed into the NBA and force him to be this big star, where he ends up getting injured at the end of it, and he can't even play with his dad.
Exactly. And I hope he proves everybody wrong that are doubting him. Saying that he won't do good in the league, only 1 year in college, or I hope he does good. He's Bronny James for a reason. He has the genes to play in the NBA. The only thing is, like you talked about, was the injury.
Yeah.
Injuries is a big thing for him. But then there's also his son Bryce.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't get a lot of light because everything's kind of on Bronny right now.
Yeah.
Because Bronny has I saw he has his team has a documentary in Sierra Canyon, and what is it? They record their things like a little miniseries, and yeah, Bronny's hurt for that season. I think it was the 2020 season because that's when he was a freshman, and he's showing, it shows that like that how much pressure a high school student goes through.
Yeah.
And I hope he does stay in college, either 3 to 2 years. And I hope he doesn't get rushed into it. I hope he makes his own decisions, like you said.
Yeah.
And then I hope he does good. I hope he does good, and then hope he stays with the Lakers. Maybe the Lakers suck one year.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But it's just like I feel like he should do what's best for him. Like I get it. Like his dad wants him to hurry up. Is trying to rush him already into the NBA. But it's like a lot of people are not ready. Like a lot of people are not ready for that big spotlight. Yeah, like we could give an example with Lonzo Ball, going 1 year to UCLA, tearing it up in UCLA, and then goes into the league with the Lakers and, doesn't produce the way we thought he was going to do, and it ends up getting traded. And then, it took him a couple years. He did okay with the Pelicans. Now he's over here with the Bulls, and he's tearing it up. I think
just imagine if he stood those all 4 years.
Yeah, like at least 3 years or 2 years in UCLA, instead of being rushed into the NBA where, it's a bigger spotlight, especially in LA. You have a lot, like you expect
a lot of expectations.
You have a lot of expectations, yes, and it's just I feel like the same thing for Bronny is like you need to do what's best for you. The same thing with LeBron is like you don't know how much time LeBron has left too for him to play with his son. I get it, he wants to play with them, but at the same time it's like LeBron still goes through injuries. Like is it best for him like do what I can going off topic here or going off this sport, like like what Gronk did, he left for a year and then came back. Like will LeBron do that?
That's a good point.
Yeah, like take that time off, like a year off to like stay healthy, and then come back when his son ends up getting drafted and everything, and just play with him for 1 year.
Well,
and
he said the money didn't matter, so he'll just take anything.
Exactly. He said the money does not matter wherever he goes. He just wants to play with his son. It's like only LeBron knows how much time he has left, and the fact that if he wants to play with his son, and then like if he still has to wait, and you never know if LeBron's gonna get injured or not because you don't know until it happens.
Yeah.
But like I said, like you think LeBron should be like take a year off, or like wait a year, a season, stay healthy, and then come back into the league again and go play with his son for a year.
Yeah.
And then retire for real. Like
no, yeah, it's gonna be a hard decision for everybody in the James family, because I'm pretty sure, yes, LeBron is going to have to talk to, his wife too. That goes in all perspective. We're not gonna get into personal life, but
yeah.
But what do you think about Bryce? So I've been hearing that a lot of people think that Bryce is better than Bronny, but what kind of pressure does that put on Bryce, or what kind of perspective do you think that puts on Bryce from, his brother getting all the spotlight, getting everything, and then he's kind of just like out there, like he plays his game, he has no pressure on him, which is kind of the best type of way to play your game.
Honestly, like exactly what you said, like he has no pressure on him. I feel like Bryce is gonna be better than Bronny, just like the way I thought LaMelo was gonna be better than Lonzo. It's the same way. I think Bryce is just right now he's under the radar. No one really talks about him. He has a lot of he doesn't have a lot of heat on him right now. A lot of pressure. He's just to himself. He's just playing his own game, which is the best way you could play, because if the spotlight's not on you, you're not forced to do good. Like if you have a bad game and like all this talk is on you, you have a bad game, people watching it, boom, people just be like, oh, he didn't progress in every game that he played. Exactly. He had a bad game, all this and that. And right now with Bryce, not being the one talked about, he could just kind of do his own thing. Play. Doesn't have to worry about everything outside. All social media and everything. He just has to worry about himself, and I feel like that's the best thing for him right now. I wish you wish Bronny could get the same thing. Where that talk's not really on him, and with the whole LeBron wanting to play with him. Like just let a kid play his own game, instead of forcing him to do something, and then like everything's just in his head, and he just gets overwhelmed with everything. And right now with Bryce not having all that, it honestly works for him, especially in the long run.
Exactly. No, yeah, I totally agree. I totally agree with you. And I hope, right? Honestly, I hope Bronny proves all the critics and us wrong, that he's just gonna tear shit up in the NBA. You know, I hope he does. You know, even if he does hop in for a year, I hope he does the same thing like his dad, just gets into the NBA and instantly makes an impact in the NBA.
Yeah.
And then LeBron and Bronny will have their moment, which will probably be documented like forever if that ever happens.
If that ever happens,
So I just
I think it will happen.
No, yeah, I do too. I don't think with the Lakers, honestly.
Yeah.
It's whoever's gonna. I could probably see it probably with like who's a sucky team right now.
Maybe with the Knicks.
Oh yeah, you never know
You
with
never
the Knicks.
know.
With the Knicks,
You never know with Orlando too.
or Cleveland,
Or Cleveland. Yeah, and Cleveland's not honestly not doing bad this year too.
Yeah,
you
no.
know?
So I don't know. So going back to the Lakers.
Uh-huh.
How do you think their situation is going to end up in the long run, with everyone kind of coming off contracts within these next couple years, and everyone's kind of on a 1 year right now?
Yeah.
Everyone's on 1 year, a couple $1 million.
Yeah.
So, what do you think it needs to happen for, I know also heard LeBron kind of said that, he doesn't want to leave LA.
Yeah.
Because, LA's Kobe, he has a strong attachment to Kobe, and,
Yeah.
Anthony Davis won't be out till 2024. That's in 2 years. But
Yeah.
LeBron is done next year.
Yeah.
After the 2023 season. So do you
Uh-huh.
think he'll resign, or what do the Lakers need to do to kind of get back into that playoff talk, like in the Western Conference Finals?
What the Lakers need to do right now is, I feel like they just need to move the ball more consistently, and they just gotta find better lanes for them to shoot and for them to drive in the ball. I feel like they're just right now trying to play that 3-point game that they're not used to. You have players that could post up, who could drive in. You don't need to shoot that three all the time. Like, especially like against Golden State, they have 3-point shooters, and every time the Lakers play them, they're trying to outshoot Golden State when they have Curry, when they have Klay Thompson. Like, you're not gonna outshoot those players. Like, it's better just to move the ball, play at your own speed, because they play quick, they play fast, they shoot the ball quick, they make their threes. The thing with the Lakers is they're not consistent, And what the Lakers need to do, I believe, is, I'm not saying start a whole new team, but I feel like we need to start going young again, because we can't have these old players with us because they get tired too quickly. And there's a lot of teams where we should have beat that we go against, but they get tired towards the end of the game, and they can't even finish the game because they're already tired, and they're relying on LeBron, and then there's a couple of videos that have been shown as like, they get the rebound and LeBron ends up by himself down the court, and everybody's playing like still at the half court line. We need people to that could get down the court, and for them to score and stuff. And it sucks watching the fact that LeBron has to do everything on his own. And I feel like we need to get rid of players that are just like already late and done with their seasons, and their careers. And I feel like we got to go young again. We don't need to go like young to the point where like they're barely like in their 2 years, but at least players.
I like Malik Monk. And Austin Reeves.
Yeah, exactly.
Russell Wilson. I don't
Russell
know.
Wilson.
Russell Wilson.
Russell. It's because we miss Derek. That's why. But yeah, exactly. Like Russell Westbrook.
He's not old.
He's not old.
He could get down. He's just not playing his game. I feel like the Lakers can't. That chemistry, they just can't flow together. Like,
yeah.
Like, they're too scared to like step on somebody's toes.
Yeah.
LeBron.
They're out of their.
plays his game.
Yeah, they're out of their comfort zone.
And that's what Russell Westbrook and AD need to do.
Yeah.
Like, AD needs to just be like, okay, if I'm gonna get this ball, get this ball.
Yeah.
And Russell just needs to get comfortable shooting behind the paint and shooting in the paint as well.
Yeah.
That's what he's known for.
Yeah, and driving into the paint. It just sucks to watch. It's like
and THT, Horton Tucker.
Oh yeah, Horton Tucker.
Yeah, I like him. I hope we don't. I like Bazemore too.
Bazemore, yes.
Bazemore's really good. So I think we do need to get younger.
Yeah, I feel like we went
Yeah,
old.
with Antetokounmpo.
Oh yeah, we still have Giannis's brother.
Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, you know, you don't even see him play as much. You know, it's
No,
like
I just honestly when I see the games, I feel like I'm not trying to blame it on Vogel, but I feel like I see the same people in all the time.
yeah, and I
Like,
feel
I
like the
don't see-
rotations are not working.
I feel like
you
there's
know,
no bench. Like,
Yeah.
We don't have no bench players to get off the. Like Golden State has freaking Cole
Yeah.
to come off the bench.
to come off the bench.
And they still have freaking what's his name?
Cool. We're having a little pause moment right now because we're trying to think.
Yeah, but no, they're. If you look at other people's benches, you look at their bench and you're just like, wow.
Yeah.
Like those guys make
an impact. You know, they could like you said, if they're late, you know, when they're down by like 10 points, you know, they're not gonna end up down 20. You know, you could stay in close range within 10 points, you know, for them to come back or maybe even come back, you know. But yeah, like I said, I feel like this season we try to go, you know, veterans, like old veterans, and it just
helped out a couple.
it helped out a couple games, you know, with clutch shooting, you know. But at the same time, it's like we did not expect we didn't see what we thought we were going to see throughout the whole entire season. You know, it's just certain games, and we wanted to see it. We wanted to see it every game, you know, for them to be close and for them to hit those clutch shots.
I wish we got DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah, now we wish we got DeMar DeRozan. Honestly,
I'm not blaming Russell, but Russell just hasn't been playing his game, and
I feel like he hasn't been playing his game ever since he left Washington,
or
Oklahoma. Yeah, I feel like
he played good in Houston. He played okay.
He played okay in Houston, yeah. You know, having Harden, you know, they didn't have another big play. You know, they just had Harden.
What else Russell needs? Like he has LeBron, and
he has
kind of
had AD, yeah.
You know, and he has Melo on his team. You know, and I just don't know what he needs. You know, I don't know if like Vogel needs to just like get on their ass and be like, hey guys, you know, like
I feel like Vogel should put Westbrook on the bench, have him come off the bench.
Oh yeah, and I feel like he should be the second rotation and get LeBron and everybody off that court and let
Russell Westbrook do his own thing.
Yeah, no, because I feel like keeping them together just like
he's just too scared to shoot the ball. He's like, fuck, I have LeBron.
Yeah,
you know, instead of doing what he always does.
Out there too.
He does.
When you looked at the Clipper game, the last Clipper game. If you look at him, he's just like, okay, what am I gonna do with the ball? Like, okay,
LeBron.
You know, usually that's him taking that shot.
Yeah.
You know, in other teams, it was him taking that shot.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like Vogel needs to change the rotation, put Westbrook on the bench, let Westbrook do his own thing off the bench. You know, like why put him in that spot where like he's not comfortable in of having to always pass the ball? Let him shoot the ball. Put him on the bench. You know. Let him control the game the way he wants to control it off the bench. And once he does that, once he starts getting comfortable, then maybe move him into the starting rotation, you know? But
I completely agree.
But I feel like we need a bench, and I feel like Westbrook should just be sat there, like, coming off the bench, and maybe he does way better than what he's doing right now.
No, yeah, I totally agree. So I want you guys to let us know in the comments, but also I hope you guys have been spreading the news. I hope you guys have been liking, subscribing, hit our... We're getting there. We're trying to get, we're on our Instagram a lot. Just come here to YouTube. That's where this is where we're mostly at right here. We're working on Twitter. We're working on our TikTok. We just need, oh crap, I almost knocked the thing.
I almost knocked it down.
Oh crap. No, but you guys, I hope you guys just spread the word, spread it to your parents, spread it to your coworkers, whatever you guys find out, and anybody, We're not desperate. We just want you guys to know that we're here, and we're here for you to seek out, we might have a couple guests, we're not going to expose them, but you guys know who you are if you guys are watching. We'll be hitting you guys up soon, and let us know if you guys want to join. We'll hit you guys up. We'll get to know you guys.
Yeah, just just either DM us on our Instagram, on our Twitter, or on YouTube. Leave a comment, but like, hey, if you guys want to join, do a segment with us, and we'll let you know. Just hit us up, and we'll be glad to have people on here.
No, yeah, and give us ideas to come make these videos,
Yeah.
So sorry we haven't been on, we haven't posted since Wednesday. So we're gonna try to keep up with it. It's just everybody's at school right now, everybody has work. Me and Chris have just recently got into my brother's baseball team. So we were coaching. So, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll be coming back with another video. It'll probably be me and Derek next time on a conference call. But next time, I maybe expect a video around probably Wednesday. That you'll see all three of us together again. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and just like, subscribe, and share. Thank you guys.